Good day, everyone. Welcome to the world of math. This is your math teacher, Marvin Panagitan. Our topic for today is all about quadratic inequality. So let me present the competencies. First, recognize the inequality symbol in its function, illustrate quadratic inequalities, solve quadratic inequalities, solve problems involving quadratic inequalities. Let's have first a short recap of what we have discussed this past week. So we have quadratic equation. So what is quadratic equation? So quadratic equation has degree 2 equation. Then it uses equal sign symbol. How quadratic equation differs from quadratic inequality? First, let us have their similarities. So quadratic equation are somewhat similar to quadratic inequality in terms of they have both the same degree 2, or the highest exponent is 2. In terms of their differentiation, quadratic equation is differ from quadratic inequality because of its sign. Quadratic equation uses equal sign symbol, while quadratic inequality uses inequality sign symbol like is greater than, is less than, is greater than or equal to, is less than or equal to. Let's define quadratic inequality. So a quadratic inequality in one variable is an inequality that contains polynomial whose highest exponent is 2. The general forms are the following, where a, b, and c are real numbers, where a is greater than 0 and a is not equal to 0. So these are the standard form. We have y is less than ax squared plus bx plus c. We have y is less than or equal to ax squared plus bx plus c. We have y is greater than ax squared plus bx plus c, and y is greater than or equal to ax squared plus bx plus c. So the solution set of quadratic inequality can be written as a set and can be illustrated through a number line. So these are the symbols. Less than and is less than and is greater than, we're going to use a hollow circle. So in the critical points are not included. So in terms of is less than or equal to and is greater than or equal to, we're going to use a solid circle where the critical points are included as our solution. So let us have an example of how to solve quadratic inequality. So let us solve the inequality x squared minus 10x plus 18 is less than or equal to negative 3 by using algebra. First step, write the related equation. So we're going to change inequality to equation. So change the sign, the inequality sign to equal sign. So this will become x squared minus 10x plus 18 is equal to negative 3. So papalitan lamang po natin ang inequality sign nito ng equal sign. Then, second, so step 2, solve the equation for x to find the critical values. So to find the critical values first, write the equation in standard form. This will become x squared minus 10x plus 21 is equal to 0. Then, after writing in standard form, you may use any method on how to find the roots or the solution of quadratic equation. So in this case, I am going to use factoring. So the factor of x squared minus 10x plus 21 is equal to 0 is quantity x minus 3 times the quantity x minus 7 is equal to 0. So to check if this factor is correct, so let's multiply negative 3 times negative 7, that is positive 21. Then if you are going to add these two numbers, that must be negative 10. So negative 3 plus negative 7, that is negative 10. Then we're going to use zero product property. So we're going to equate each factor into 0. So itong factor na ito equal lang sa 0. Itong factor na ito equal lamang po sa 0. Then, use addition property of equality or subtraction property of equality para makuha natin yung x. So in this case po, we add both sides by the equation by 3. So mag-add tayo ng 3 dito. Bakit po kaya? Para po maging 0 po ito. So x na lang po matitira. So 0 plus 3 is equal to 3. In this case po, we're going to use addition property of equality. We add both sides of the equation by 7. So, naging 0 na rin po siya. Then, x na lang po ang natira. It's equal to 0 plus 7, that is 7. So, baka kasi kayo nagtataka, saan ang galing yung 3, saan ang galing yung 7? So, nakuha na po natin yung critical values, which are 3 and 7. So, the critical values are divided, the number line, into 3 intervals. So, this is the first interval. This is the second interval. This is the third interval. By the way, dito lamang po nagpapalit yung numbers. Same pa rin po yung symbol ng mga intervals natin. So, yung critical values lang po ang isa-substitute nyo po dito sa bawat question ng bawat numbers na yan. Kung may iba man po ang equation. Para hindi na po kayo mahirapan kumuha ng 3 intervals. Then, dito rin po manggagaling yung pinakasagot po natin. So for the step 3, we're going to test an x value in each interval. So this is our quadratic inequality. Ito na po yung pinaka-given natin. So this is our interval. So first interval, ito po yun. Second interval, ito yun. Hanggang dito. Third interval, ito yun. So ngayon, sa first interval po, pumili po tayo ng 2. Isang number lang po. Second interval, pumili tayo ng 4. Sa third interval, pumili tayo ng 8. So, yung pinili natin, ito yung mga test point natin. So, by using substitution po, papalitan lamang po natin si x ng 2. So, kapag in-evaluate na po natin to or sinimplify, hindi po siya magiging true, false po magiging sagot siya. Dahil po, ang sagot po dito ay 2. Ito po sa part na ito, 2. So, ang 2 po ay not less than or equal to, is not less than or equal to sa negative 3. So, that is x. So, mali po yan. So, sa second interval po, tinry natin ng 4. So, we replace x by 4. Then, evaluate natin yung 4 squared minus 10 times 4 plus 18. Siya ba ay less than or equal to sa negative 3? So, check na check po yan. So, for the third interval po, which is 8 po yan. Nag-replace po tayo. So, kapag sinimplify natin to, hindi siya less than or equal to negative 3 sa x. Yeah. So, ngayon, dahil po, eto pong gitna ang nag-satisfy o nag-true, yung interval na yun po yung sagot. So, di ba, ang interval natin ay eto po yun. Or, pwede natin gamitin ito. Ibig sabihin nito, naka-enclose po sa 3 at 7. So, ibig sabihin, from 3 to 7 po ang solution set natin, yung gitna. So, dalawang paraan kung paano po isulat ang solution set ng quadratic inequality. So, for the second example po, we have x squared minus 6x plus 10 is greater than or equal to 2. Again, change into equation po. Palitan lang natin yung inequality symbol ng equal sign. Then, gawin nating standard form. After that, we're going to factor. So, pag-check, lagi nyo check to kung tama. So, negative 2 times negative 4, that is positive 8. Negative 2 plus negative 4, that is negative 6. So, tama po yung factor natin. Then, we use zero product property. Inequal lang po natin sa 0 yung bawat factor. Then, use addition property of equality para makuha natin yung x. So, we add both sides of the equation by 2. We add both sides of the equation by 4. Then, x is equal to 2. And x is equal to 4. Now, ang critical values natin ngayon is 2 and 4. So, kung mapapansin nyo po, ito lamang po yun, oh. Yan po. Yan. Pinapalitan lamang po natin itong mga numbers na to. So, ito yung test interval natin. Again, pipili lamang po tayo ng mga numbers sa bawat interval natin. The first one, tinry natin si 1. So, naging true po ang sagot. Pag simplify natin, itong 3, tinry natin. So, x is equal to 3 is not correct. Then, tinry natin si 5, sinimplify natin ito, correct po siya. So, dalawa po ang magiging nag-satisfy na interval. So, ibig sabihin po, yung gitna lamang po ang hindi natin kukunin. So, ang magiging solution set natin dyan is x is less than or equal to 2 and or x is greater than or equal to 4. So, gagamit tayo ng salitang or for your solution set. So, always remember po, in an equality symbol, gagamit po kayo nitong symbol na ito kapag mayroon kayong words na nakitang is less than. Lagi po may is yan. Is fewer than. Dito naman po symbol na ito po ay gagamitan natin kapag is greater than, is more than, or exceeds. Dito naman po sa symbol na ito, gagamit tayo kapag is less than or equal to, is no more than, or yung word na at most. Dito naman po sa symbol na ito, gagamit tayo ng symbol na yan kapag may nakita tayong is greater than or equal to, is no less than, or at least. At least, rather. Pabitaya. So, let's translate po ito. So, 5 more than twice the number is greater than 10. So, the first thing that you're going to do is to represent. So, I represent the number by x. So, maglelet lang tayo. So, that is 5. So, 5 ito. So, ano po ba ang ibig sabihin ng more than? So, more than po, magkaiba po ang more than sa is more than. So, that is plus. Is greater than, yung symbol na ito, 10. So, ngayon po, sa pag-translate po nito, lagi pong pabaliktad tayo. So, x plus 5 Basta po may narito yung more than, less than, mga ganun. Pabaliktad po yung pagsusulat. Is greater than 10. Tanong ko po sa inyo, is it a quadratic inequality or not? Very good. It is not quadratic inequality. Kahit po mayroon po siyang inequality sign, hindi po siya, wala naman po siyang degree 2. So, yun po yung pinaka-importante. Dapat degree 2 inequality siya para po malaman natin kung quadratic inequality or not. For number 2 po, so dito naman po, we're going to use x ulit. Sige po, para po one variable na tayo. So, ang hinahanap dito, the length of the floor is 5 feet longer than its width. So, kailangan po natin ng width muna para makuha natin si length. So, will let x be our width? So, para makuha natin yung length ng floor. So, ang length ng floor natin is 5 feet longer than its width. So, paano yung 5 feet longer than its width? So, 5 feet longer than a plus. So, 5 ulit. So, again, longer than siya. Pabaliktad po ang pagsusulat. So, ang length natin is x plus 5. Ngayon po, ano po ba ang formula ng area? So, that is length times width. Kasi naman po, may length at saka may width. So, ito po yung ating pong length na to. So, ito na po yun, length times. Anong width natin? Diba sabi nyo kanina, x. So, by representation, so x siya. Then, is greater than, ito po yan, 35. Because it is our area. Bakit po naging ganito? Kasi po, length times width, di ba po, yan po yung area natin. Now, quadratic inequality or not? Very good, quadratic inequality. Because by using distributive property, ang magiging sagot po niyan ay x squared plus 5x is greater than 35. So, same lamang po silang dalawa. So, this is a quadratic inequality. In this case naman po, sa number 3 naman po, the width of the rectangular garden is 4 meter less than its length. So, ang hinahanap natin yung width muna. So, kailangan natin ng length. So, magre-represent tayo ng length ng x. So, ang length natin ay x. So, sulat muna natin kasi area pa rin po yan. So, kailangan natin length yan. So, x muna. So, ang hinahanap natin yung width. So, ang width ng rectangle daw is 4 meter less than its length. So, 4. Ano po ang ibig sabihin ng less than? Magkaiba ang less than sa is less than, ha? So, ang less than po, ibig sabihin ay minus. Ang is less than, yung symbol na ganito, na ang tawag dito, is less than. Ganyan ang is less than. Pag less than lang, minus. So, ngayon po, let's present na po. So, ulit, may less than siya. So, pabaliktad yung pagsusulat natin, that is x minus 4. So, ano ibig sabihin ng is? Equal sign. 20. So, quadratic inequality or not? This is not. Bakit? Because it is an example of quadratic equation. So, let's find out. Very good. Very good. Very good.